Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Howard. I'm excited to make another video for you guys all about number bonds. In this one, we're going to have the total each time, but we're actually going to have two missing parts. And when you have two missing parts, that means you get to come up with the two numbers that you can use in the parts to make the total. You just have to make sure that when you put the two numbers together, it equals the total. So we're going to practice doing that today. You are going to need your number bond template inside the plastic sleeve. You're going to need a whiteboard marker. And if you want to use manipulatives like your little Easter eggs or your little bunnies, you could use those. And just a reminder too, it's easy for small things like that to go missing. So if you ever start missing some of your manipulatives, you can use small things from around your house. Little Legos, you could use pieces of macaroni, you could use coins or buttons. Whatever would be small around your house, you just need at least 10 of them. So right now, pause the video, get the materials you need, and when you're ready, hit play. Okay, so for our first one, our total will be 7, and we have two missing parts. We can decide whatever number we want to go into the first part. It just has to be less than the total. So I'm going to start with the number 2. Oops, here we go, with the number 2. And when I have my number 2, now I can solve just like I would solve a number bond that has a missing part. I use counting on, and I'm going to use dots to help me. You can use your fingers or manipulatives if you want to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I stopped at 7 because 7 is my total. Now I count how many dots I drew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 and 5 make 7. Now this is not the only combination to make 7. So after I make 7 one way, I can erase my work, or you could keep it and you could just go on to the next number bond. I just only have one here. And now I'm going to pick a different part so that I have a different combination to make the number 7. This time I'm going to do 6. 6 is smaller than 7, so I know that would work. Now I'll count on. 6, 7. I only had to draw one dot, so that's my missing part. 6 and 1 make 7. I could keep going on to find all the ways to make 7, but let's try another one for right now. How about the number 5? So I need to think of a part, and it just has to be less than 5. Let's go with 3. Now I'll count on to find my missing part. 3, 4, 5. I drew 2 dots. So that tells me that 2 is my missing part. 3 and 2 make 5. If you wanted, you could keep going on to find different combinations to make 5. You would just erase your 3 and your 2 and try a different part to start. Let's try a different total though. Okay, this total is 8, and so I just need to pick my first part, and it has to be smaller than 8. I'm going to pick 0. Let's see what happens when I pick 0. Okay, now I have to count on 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, after you're done drawing, you have to count your dots. But just remember that if you draw in an organized way using a 5-group drawing, you probably could look at that and subbatize and know right away that that's the number 8. I can almost picture that being right inside of a 10 frame, and you guys are really good at looking at a 10 frame and knowing what the number is right away. If you want to double check though, go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0 and 8 make 8. Again, you could go on right now and find lots of different combinations to make the number 8, but I want to get to my very favorite number. You guys know how much I love the number 10, especially when I see 10 in a 10 frame, and 10 is a really great number to practice finding all of the combinations to make. 10 is also a good number to practice a lot because the more you practice, the combinations get permanent in your brain, and this number will be really helpful for you in the future when you're in first grade and second grade and third grade for knowing all the combinations to make that number. I'm going to start with, how about 4 is my part? Okay, now I'll count on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have an idea of what that number is that I drew because I made a 5-group drawing, but I'll count just to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's my missing part. 4 and 6 make 10. Right now, you could spend some time finding all of the different ways to make the number 10. If you're working hard on number bonds and you want to send us a picture, have one of your family members take a picture and you can send it to Mrs. James and I so we can see how hard you're working on finding the missing parts in a number bond. Have so much fun, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye!